All right, these are the angelic messages for the week ahead. We have the theme of working through grace instead of force and manifestation. So with this has come up a ton. I took essentially the last 40 days off, not really, but I wasn't posting my normal stuff. I was still doing a ton of work though. But so at the 7D level, and you work with the heart field. When you're manifesting, you're creating through the heart. That is what manifests realities. Okay, if the heart is blocked or closed, there's going to be a hard time creating or manifesting. And the higher your frequency, the more connected you are to divine, the more your soul will evolve while you're actually creating and manifesting in reality. Okay, so that's what we're seeing here. There's a shift from creating in the lower three chakras, from ego will, into creating from divine will. And that's really when you have reached a spiritual peak, enlightenment, etc., is you're allowing the flow of divine energies into the heart space. And then the heart space is translating the divine energies into creations in your physical reality. And so this week, what they're asking you to do is lay foundations for what it is you want to create as you are preparing to shift into a new way of creating through grace. Creating through grace is not through the intellect, it's not through the ego will. It is through alignment and harmonic to create a reality or manifestation that isn't necessarily what you want. It's what the divine self wants. Okay, it's divine will. And so there is no limitations here. It could be everything you're dreaming of and wishing of. And that actually came through. What you're wishing is actually manifesting. And that is part of the divine spark. What you want is part of the divine alignment and harmonic. Okay, but that can't be the focus and the purpose, because what happens is we start shutting off to the divine and cosmic consciousness, and we're only focused on the material plane. So our focus is down here instead of this holistic reality. Okay, so laying foundations, embracing your sensitivity and uniqueness. This came through earlier as well. Okay. Enlightenment and success. So we see a huge shift here. Success, enlightenment, understanding where true power comes from, independence, and psychic powers. So as you move into this divine alignment for manifestation, laying foundations, living with grace, your advanced abilities will come online. Psychic abilities will deepen, expand. You will be more connected to divine truth. Your channeled messages, communication from the divine will get stronger and stronger, and you'll be more able to take steps that align with your true path and purpose for not only physical success, but also spiritual and soul-based success and alignment. Okay. Celebration. So there is a huge success this week, a huge shift in these foundations. Ability to live with grace, ability to be in the flow at all times, self-expression, awareness, reflection. Actually, there's one more hiding card here, crossroads. So there is going to be a crossroads this week, a successful crossroads where a decision is made, maybe the last few months or week or however long. There's been this energy of congestion, stagnation, and there's a breakthrough moment here. We've been in Mercury retrograde. That doesn't always influence people, but it definitely can. So it ends tomorrow, and then there's a few days of reharmonization after that. But I see a breakthrough. So the retrograde can, I'm not an astrologist at all. I know a little bit, but so it can bring this energy of confinement or restriction, miscommunications, etc. But it also can open up new pathways and doors, and it can also not influence you whatsoever. So it just depends on where you're at. But I see a huge shift here. Early week, success and enlightenment. Okay. By the end of the week, we're going to see some psychic powers coming online, more expansion, evolution. So if that's what you've been working towards, that's what you've been trying to create. That is definitely coming in, but it's coming through grace. So it's not going to be forced. You're not going to sit down and watch a video and teach yourself. You're going to sit in meditation, allow it to come through as it needs to. Then we have the dancer, self-expression, and the waker, awareness. So as you begin living with grace, this is the key, is learning to dance with the universe. Dance with those energies and those frequencies to allow them to flow through you. Movement is key this week as well, and that will help you to walk in grace. And I speak about this all the time. I think I just did a post. Actually, that came through the monthly reading, was Dancing with the Universe. So we're seeing the very beginnings of this. This will be the second week. So we're seeing that actually manifest here in the second week. Okay. And the waker, there is an expansion of the third eye, advanced abilities, and gifts this week as well. So what would be great is if you just spent time in quiet meditating and self-contemplation, getting your energy harmonized and aligned, and be open to the flow of divine energies. Okay, that is a great path for this week. Let me see what is recommended. Let's get these. Okay. OPL Ascension School, Enzo Academy recommendations. Ascension Mastery, the Cosmic Heart. So this would be key to open. The heart field is very important this week. That's come through more than a couple times. These decks are huge. Okay, so Phase 8, the Cosmic Heart. If you watched any of the other videos, there's a lot of other suggestions as well. Let me see if I can get one more just to go hand in hand with this reading if it resonates. Kibu Jetsu, Fu, Wind. This actually came through one of the other readings as well. Flow. And that's in the Electric Tiger Arts and Martial Arts School. One more, maybe. There we go. Circle of the Seven Flames. This did actually come through in the last reading, and I didn't say it. So this, somebody is being asked to do this. This is in the OPL Ascension School. Oops. Oh. OPL Quantum Healing sessions, session work, Circle of the Seven Flames. Again. Okay. So that is it. I hope that was helpful. We'll see you next week.